All right, we're going to go over problem 3. So this is page 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 3-read strategy or the 3-read protocol. But I'm just going to read it twice. Okay. And so you're going to watch me model how I read this problem and how I annotate it. All right. So let me go ahead and read it the first time. Pies for percussionists. Troy is a proud drummer in the Mini Mites marching band and has invited his fellow drummers over for a party. When he called to order 3 pies from the bakery, he was told each pie would be cut into pieces that are each 1/8 of a pie. Troy is wondering if he has ordered enough pie to share with all the drummers. 3A. How many pieces of pie will he have in all? Draw a picture below to represent the situation. All right, so I just read it the first time, but I don't know about you. I can't remember everything in the problem, and I can't understand everything in the problem the first time. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to read it a second time, and during this second time, I am going to circle important information, and I'm going to underline what the task is. Okay, so circle anything important, and I'm going to underline the task. Here we go. Reading it a second time. Pies for percussionists. Troy is a proud drummer in the Mini Mites marching band and has invited his fellow drummers over for a party. When he called to order 3 pies from the bakery, I think that 3 pies is important, so I'm going to circle it. Please do that as well. When he called to order 3 pies from the bakery, he was told each pie would be cut into pieces that are each 1/8 of a pie. I am now going to circle the cutting into pieces because I feel like that is important. And it's also important that each piece is 1/8. So now okay, hold on. Troy is wondering if he has ordered enough pie to share with all the drummers. All right, so I've circled all of this important information. Now I'm going to read this again. How many pieces of pie will he have in all? Okay, I need to underline that because that is the task we have to do. And there's a second task. We have to draw a picture below to represent the situation. Okay, so now in our breakout group, we decided to draw 3 pies. And some of our teammates drew rectangles, some of our teammates drew circles. So I'm going to draw the 3 pies. So sorry about what's going on here. So we're going to draw the 3 pies. Okay. And then we're going to cut the pies into pieces that are each 1/8. Okay. Now, cutting circles might be tough. So you might decide, oh my goodness, you might decide just to um, do rectangles or squares instead. But one strategy here is to cut in half, cut in fours, cut these in halves, and draw an X. Here's an X. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to the question. How many pieces of pie will he have in all? And I'm just labeling this here so that we all know that each of these is 1/8. Okay. How many pieces of pie will he have in all? Some of your classmates just counted 1 pie, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, and went all the way to 24. Some of your teammates said, hey, this is 8 pieces here. This is also 8 pieces here. And we're going to add these up. Some of your classmates said 3 times 8. Okay. But all in all, you should have 24 total pieces in all. I wrote that here, but you don't need to. You should write it here. You should write a sentence saying 24. Okay. I hope this helps with understanding. Please let us know if that was difficult to understand in any way. Okay. Now, if we go to number 4, this is the same problem in number 3. Oh, good news. Okay. I don't need to reread this again unless I need to. Okay. But if I go over here now, this is the same problem. It says here, work with your team to find at least one multiplication sentence and at least one division sentence to describe the situation. Keeping in mind that because you are in 6th grade, your multiplication sentence should have a fraction and your division sentence should have a fraction. Okay? So keep that in mind that you should be putting one fraction in these sentences. Okay? Now, one of your classmates said 3 divided by 1/8 equals 24. Okay? And really what is happening, by the way, like, okay, yeah, this is the answer, but how do we make sense of this answer? Okay? It's really important that we try to make sense of this answer. Okay? So, what's happening here? First of all, where does the 3 come from? Where does that 3 come from? If you look back at your picture, we're talking about the 3 whole pies. Okay? You don't have to write words, but I'm typing the words only so you can understand it. We're talking about the 3 whole pies. We're talking about the 3 whole pies. And we're dividing the 3 pies into 1/8 pieces. We're taking the 3 whole pies, we're cutting it into 1/8 pieces, and then after we split it into 1/8 pieces, we come up with 24 total pieces. Okay? So, and this is just another box if you need it. This is another box if you need it. Okay? But that is the answer right there. Okay? And we hope that if you go back to the picture, right here, that you can see that this picture matches with this. Okay? Now we're taking 3 whole pies, we're cutting it up, we're dividing the 3 whole pies, and we're dividing it into 1/8 pieces, so we're getting 24 total pieces. Okay? That was one way to write it. There are other division sentences. There are other division number sentences that work. It doesn't just have to be this one. Okay. Our group only went this far. And so how would you write a multiplication sentence? So the task here for the multiplication sentence is to come up with a multiplication sentence that describes this situation. And remember, because you're in 6th grade, you should be writing fractions in your multiplication sentence. Okay? Hopefully that helps. You also have these slides that you can go back to. We also did this in class. So please look at the slides. Hopefully that helps too. All right. Take care. And if you need more help, just feel free to contact us. All right, bye.